Spike's Story Part 2 is now live until the 3rd of February, which is of course the day before Dying Light 2 launches. The previous community challenge to save the survivors is now over, so we should get the King mods for that in a few days' time hopefully. The survivors in the blue hazmat suits, which were friendly in the first part, are now infected and have become more like virals. There is much more viral activity in this part it seems, and also airdrops have decreased, which will have an impact on one of the quests here. Spike's enhancements are still available though, so you can get trap bombs from him or the other quartermaster in the tower. Electric weapon mods are going to be stronger and more durable for the duration of this event, and firecrackers and UV flashlights will last 20% longer too. And if you need help leveling up, then you'll also get 50% extra when you hand in airdrops to the quartermaster. And collecting airdrops is part of one of the local bounties this time. The special delivery request requires you to find 10 airdrops, and for that you'll receive the Spark Plug Blueprint, which is apparently stage 2 of Spike's new weapon. Now normally Old Town is a good place to find airdrops, but they've actually taken most of them out with this event. You'll be lucky to find 2 on the map, and more often than not I only found 1 each time. So I thought I'd cheat a little by going to the stuffed turtle to get it over with quickly, but for the first time that I've ever known, the packs farmed in quarantine zones don't seem to count for the event, so they're forcing you to do it the hard way for once. It really is hard now as well, because not only do you have to fight off tons of virals to get to the drop, but even when you've cleared them all and started to pick the lock, they keep spawning and attacking you before you can even open it. The other location that I found on the map, which turned out to be the only one most of the time, has 2 goons and 2 toads. But for some reason, if you kill the ones on the left first, then the ones on the right just disappear. This bug doesn't seem to work if you start on the goon on the right though. Again, you're going to be overwhelmed by virals during the whole process. It does get very frustrating very quickly. A quick way to make the drops respawn is to make sure you have a tracked quest nearby here, and then just quit to the main menu and then continue again. Once you've done this 10 times, you'll see a message telling you that you can now craft the spark plug, so you don't even have to hand the packs in to get the blueprint. The spark plug blueprint is an orange rarity one, and you can use any melee weapon to craft it, so I used a gold military machete. And this is it. It's basically the crankshaft from part 1 of the event, but with some pistons attached to it this time. It's a pretty mad looking blunt weapon, and it's not too bad when it comes to bashing heads, but its secondary feature is that a chain attack triggers an electrical element, so it's not too bad at all. Apparently there's a stage 3 for this weapon too. That third part of the weapon can be achieved in the Shock and Awe quest by killing 10 zombies with electricity. This one isn't a local goal though, it's the new community goal, so the alternator blueprint as it's called will not appear in your inventory until after the event has closed. Electrical arrows don't benefit from this event. You remember it said that electrical effects are going to be stronger, not arrows I'm afraid. They don't really kill the zombies, so if you can lure them into a trap where you can flick a switch or remotely turn on the electricity, that seems to be the best way to get rid of them all. The ones with the puddles are obviously going to take out several at once, but don't forget all this noise will attract virals, so you can't just camp out and watch them fry for long. I did discover here though that when some of the virals died here, they counted towards the Brave the Elements quest. It's another local bounty for the Elemental C4 blueprints, but it's not very clear here what's required. It just says use your elemental powers, which I took to mean elemental weapons, but they had no effect on the count at all. The only way I managed to get some kills on the counter was by using the environmental elements like the electrical traps as I mentioned before, or by barging them into some blazing oil puddles. Again though, it was very hit or miss as to whether they counted or not, so either this one's bugged or I'm doing something wrong here. So if anybody knows how to complete this part of the event, then drop a comment below and help us out. So, as I mentioned, this event is going to take us right up until the 3rd of February, and on that day I'm hoping I'll have my Dying Light 2 review video published. Despite playing at every opportunity in the last week, it's taken me much longer than I thought to finish the campaign, but I'll do my best to bring you new stuff like this as soon as the embargo lifts. Right, that's about it for this video, and if you enjoyed it then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!